So Xavier, you told me your name was sober. What does that mean for you? Why is sober? Why is sober your profile name?
Sober Soldier originated when I was it all started when I was in fifth grade. When I was a lot of people were around me, were smoking, drinking, participating in stuff that I didn't participate in, and I understood that there's a lot of people in the world, especially my age, who come from where I come from, who are always going to be peer pressured to do stuff that they probably don't even like doing or don't want to do, but they will do it because it's simply a societal norm. Like people, it's in your raps, it's in your music, it's in the your favorite rapper do it, your cousin probably, your mom probably do it. So uh, something I just didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? I didn't rock with it. It wasn't me. So I decided to create a basis or structure where it's like I'm an influencer. I have over 100,000 followers, and I'm still growing, and I'm verified on the TikTok app. So I'm a walking representation that, hey, you don't gotta do something that you don't want to do
Yeah,
just because somebody else is doing it and they're cool. I'm cool too because I got, what I'm saying. I'm creating a statue or a foundation to show people that, hey, you don't have to do something that you don't want to do.
exactly.
Um, so and in that being a sober mindset, you can really when you're sober, you are under the influence of yourself.
Mm.
You control you when you're sober. When
Yeah,
you're not sober, when you're listening to everybody else's 2 cents or everybody else's thoughts, or when you're actually under some kind of drug or alcohol, you don't have control over yourself.
yeah,
Uh, and that's where that sober part came in. And soldier is just being true to who you are and don't change no matter what, who you're around, because that's a real battle that people face when they get around people. They try to change themselves, who they really is, because they're around a certain group of people or certain, even with their family, they try to change. It's like Two-Face, or they're playing these characters or these roles depending on who they're around. But uh me, I'm just a sober soldier. That's how I like to, what I'm saying. It don't matter who I'm around. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna be the real me, and I'm gonna say what I want to say and say what needs to be said, because I understand that it's coming from a true spot, true place. It's not fake. It's truth.
mm,
So that's where the sober soldier piece came in.
yeah. So where did this mindset come from? Because you say you're only 21. So where did this mindset come from? When did you start thinking the way you think you've thought now? Because
Yeah.
what I feel, and I could be wrong, but what I feel is that you've always been different. You've always been the one that was not called weird, but you've always had the respect of other people because of how you carried yourself. So where did this come from?
Uh, at a young age, I feel like I was forced to play the role of mature.
Mm,
I was forced to 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 be in a situation where I wanted more for myself or wanted more for my surroundings,
yep.
and in doing so, if I were to get better or want more, I would have to be a certain person. I would have to become a certain person. I would have to end generational curses, or
Ooh,
basically not do what my current generation is doing. I have to become a better person and take different kind of come at this life at a different approach. And I learned that when I was a kid, when I was like, uh, and it all started like I was in an apartment. I think that's when it first kicked in. I think I asked my mom for like, I don't know what it was, but it was a situation with my mom, and I was like, can I have something or this? Like it was like some clothes or something, and she was like, I just don't have the money for it.
mm,
And I noticed some water bottles. We had some bottles of cases of water, so I took some water. I was like 10, 10, 9, 8. I went outside of our apartment, start selling water on the bottom on the street, dollar a piece, dollar a
You
piece.
the
I said
oldest?
if I can't, huh?
You the oldest?
No, I'm the middle child.
Mm.
Middle child, yeah. So
As a
when it
middle
comes,
child, you knew you had to go sell bottled waters to provide for your family. Wow.
yeah, but it wasn't like if I want something, I'm gonna go get it. That's like the mentality that I have, and I never lose. So, uh, and ever since then, that mentality just stuck with me. Like life is 90% of what you do.
Come on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
Life is like 90% of what you do,
Yeah.
and people really don't really understand that. They always, well, I want to wait until I'm 30. I want to wait till I'm 40. I want to wait till they call me back. I want to wait till I till they get me to start, or they want me to.
Uh-huh.
It's 90% of what you do, especially uh and I like being an actor. When I learned, like when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be an actor. I want to do this. But I noticed in order to be an actor, you have to wait for someone else to call you to tell you that you got the role. You have to go in there and audition for something. But the power isn't in your hands no more when you have to wait for
Yeah.
someone else to do something. So what I learned is like, you want something, go do it. You want to get in a movie, don't wait for them to cast you in a movie. Start your own movie.
Ooh, come on. Talk
Start
about it.
your own stuff. If you don't wait for someone to create the next big thing, you create the next big thing. The next new car, the next trending sound, next trending the the nice music, or the clean music that's popular. Everybody got cussing in their music, or something that you don't like in their music. Then you create something that's popping, that doesn't that's woke music. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you want something, go do it yourself. It's as simple as that. And most people really don't have that understanding that, hey, if I really wanted to, I could really do it myself.
Well,
And
why
that's a mindset.
why don't they have that, Xavier? Why don't they have that kind of mindset?
I think because we live in a world where it's taught from elementary school to middle school to high school that you're taught what to learn instead of how to learn.
Yeah.
Because if you know how to learn, you can learn anything and do anything for yourself.
Right.
But if you're taught what to learn, you only know what to learn. You only know how to work for people. You don't
Mm.
know how to make your own money. You don't know
Mm.
how to make your own clothes. You don't know how to make your own food. You just know how to go buy it.
Mm.
So, uh, uh, yeah, I just feel like in this generation, people just don't have that mentality because they've been living in this kind of a dome, or this illusion that in order for you to get something that you want, you have to wait for somebody else to get it for you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's just pause right there. Let's just pause right there. And let's just sink that in. Let's just soak that in. Say that one more time, and just let us soak that in for a minute. Let's go ahead. Say it one more time.
It's like people are living in this dome where they're told that the only way you can get something is if you have to wait for someone else to get it for you.
Wow. Got it. Got it. Got it. And who? How do we get there? How do we get there?
It's a you versus you battle. You have to look yourself in the face and understand that you have more potential than you really think you do. You have so much power within you. You're so powerful. But you have to look at yourself in the mirror and do it. Do it. You have to learn. You have to put in the work to get whatever you want done. You have to, whatever you want, you can get. But the problem is, you have to become the person that you need to be to get what you want.
But when you say that, it's almost like, how can you become a person that you don't like? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's a battle with yourself, because humans, us people, we are designed to do stuff that are easy.
Mm,
If it's not easy, then we don't want to do it. That's
mm,
like, if it's easy, we don't want to do it.
yeah.
Anything that's hard challenges us. Our body says, no, we don't want to do that. I don't want to do 10 push-ups. I don't want to work out. Why do I
So
want to?
basically, you're saying we're scared of challenges.
Yeah, and it's a natural thing that every human has. We were scared to do stuff. This is why we don't like to do it. We don't like to push ourselves, because we're scared that we might actually do it. It's a weird body
Even though
mind.
even though that thing that we may do may be good for us, we still don't want to do it because it challenges us. There's a quote that Steve Harvey says, and I say it all the time. I said it to my producer today. I said to him, I said, if something doesn't challenge you, then it won't. I did in a video. It won't change you. And I
Right.
think that if we get to a place, my brother X, when we get to a place where we're comfortable with being challenged, just think about how many businesses, how many books, how many multi-million dollar businesses will be created just off of us, being challenged. And
Yeah.
I would even say, Xavier, that goes back to being in childhood too. Like, when your mother's and your father teaches you how to ride a bike, they get frustrated because you're frustrated, and then they give up and you give up. See what I'm saying? So there's no
Mhm.
challenge. So what you're showing them at a young age is that, okay, when you get frustrated, just give up. Don't keep going, but give up. You see what I'm saying? So I think it all goes back to a young age. I mean, how can you be what you've never seen? How can you be what you've
Right.
never seen if you've never seen nobody who despite the challenge, they still going. Despite what's life is throwing at them, they're still going at it. If you've never seen that, how can you be it? So I think it all goes back to your childhood. But speaking of childhood, how was your childhood? Well, how was it? How was it growing up in a house? How many children?
4 at the time. 4.
Four at the time. Okay. How was it like being the middle child growing up with four kids, four brothers and sisters?
Well, in my mind, I didn't really perceive it to be poor or not having anything.
Right, right.
As a kid, we took the lights being off
Mm,
as entertainment. We made fun out of anything. We played tag in the dark.
wow.
There's no situation you can put us in that would make us feel worse than what's happening right now. It's like how we feel on the inside. It doesn't matter what's going on the outside in the world, because what you are on the inside is what you express on the outside.
Mm,
If we're content, if we're at peace in here, there's
yeah,
nothing that can happen, no situation we can go through that can change us.
yeah.
So growing up with no lights,
So
sleeping in,
basically, you were poor.
yeah, I was poor, real poor. But in my mind, I didn't perceive it to be that.
Wow, your mother must have done a great job doing that because
Yeah.
but that speaks volumes of the type of woman that she is. The fact that you guys
Mm-hmm.
didn't even think about it being a moment in struggle. You guys actually took advantage of it and said, "Listen, we're gonna make it do what it do." And your mother taught you that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? That goes back and see now that you are a young adult. Now, when struggle comes your way, you don't sit there and do nothing. You do something about it, or you try to make the best of it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
so you grew up poor. Let's be clear, you grew up poor. You were not wealthy. You grew up poor. What did that do for you as a young person? As a young person,
It taught me lessons. Taught me to be, and I feel like that's one thing that people don't really let cement in their body. The lessons that you learn from not having anything.
yeah,
You learn to understand that life is short. Life is real short. Days are only 24 hours. We only have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
Every single memory you have is temporary. I heard a quote that said there's a one point in time you were playing with your friends as a kid, and you didn't know it was your last time playing with your friends as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
There's memories you make. There's experiences, stuff you go through that just it will end up in the past. Like it's a past experience. So I've learned to really just take in everything, take in every single little detail,
Yep.
because you just never know. Because it doesn't matter what you're going through. Somebody always has it worse than you.
So,
Like,
what's one lesson that you say you have learned being where you are now from where you've come from? What's one lesson you've learned?
and I always like to say, intellectual, emotional control is the best thing that you can ever keep with you. Intellectual, emotional control, understanding how to properly have control over your emotions,
Mm-hmm.
so no one can control your emotions for you. No one can trigger you. There's nothing no one can say to make you react. There's nothing no one can do to make you move. There's nothing no one can do to control you. You're the only person who has control over yourself. That's the strongest thing that I like to push out. If I've learned anything, is to control myself, control my emotions.
Right. And how has that helped you as a young man?
It helped me maneuver, and because growing up I had anger issues. Like I was really angry at everything, and I didn't
Okay.
know for no reason. Like it was just in me. Like I didn't have what I wanted. Uh, People were treating me like I didn't, like, out of pocket. Uh, it was like a whole bunch of balling up of emotion. I just didn't know what to do with it. But um, in middle school I got to crazy. I started doing yoga, taught myself yoga,
Hmm.
start working out. Um, yeah, I was a big kid. I was like 300 pounds, but not
Really?
300, like 250, 255, 5'3".
Well, tell me the secret, because I need to
Yeah,
listen.
yeah. So I started to watch what I ate. I started to watch what I ate. Uh, Working out, soccer, basketball. I started to play every sport. Skiing. I tried everything just to lose. Start doing yoga. Start meditating. Start doing workouts. Start to get to know my body. Like get to know how to. I'm in this skin for a good 100 years. I want to know. I want to know how to properly massage. You know what I'm saying? Get to know myself.
Yeah.
So I learned basically all of that.
Yeah. What's the
Uh,
toughest thing you've ever gone through that you didn't think you would make it out of?
you said the what?
What's the toughest thing you've gone through that you didn't think you would make it out of?
I think being homeless. I think that's what probably one of the toughest things that blew me when I was in middle
Homeless?
school.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You were homeless?
Yeah, middle school, my family.
Wow.
Yeah, our our roof caved in, and we didn't have nowhere to go. Like it was random. It was like a week. For a week straight, our roof was caving in. It was like with water,
Wow.
and it fell through. And our landlord came, thought we did it, and I was like, we didn't. I'm in middle school. I'm like, we didn't do it. Kick this out. We was like, we don't got nowhere to go. That's crazy. So, but
Being homeless was tough for you.
yeah,
Being homeless. And where were you? Where was your mind at? What were you thinking that you would never find a home? What were you thinking at the time?
it was mostly I was in middle school, so I was like, I don't. How am I going to get to school tomorrow? That's
Right.
one thing that blew me because I was a really. I like to consider myself because I was called weird a lot because I didn't think like everybody else. I didn't move, maneuver, do whatever what the normal stuff was.
Mm.
So when it comes to preserving or keeping up a brand, because I like to consider myself like a brand. Like when people see you, they think of a certain person. They
Yeah.
envision a certain person. So when they seen me, they seen a person who is reliable, who came to school on time, who did
Right.
his work, who got. So I was just worried about preserving the person that and I wasn't doing it specifically for me, for a generation of people that don't have that person to look up to. It's like you can't do or you can't be like somebody if you don't see that somebody. That's what I'm saying. Mean, like if you can't say I wanna, you can say you wanna make it out all you want, but if you've never seen somebody like that looks like you make it out, it's gonna be hard for you to do that.
Yeah.
It's easier if you have a blueprint
Yeah.
that you can follow in somebody's footsteps. So in my mind, I'm like, my goal is to be that person so that people can walk in my footsteps.
Yeah.
So when the roof caved in, that's the only thing that was on my mind. Like I need to, how would I maintain this?
Were you bullied a lot?
This, but yeah, definitely. And that was something that really I loved. I can't even lie to you. When I think back onto it, I love the fact.
You love being bullied?
Yeah, when I think back onto it, like in these years, because it carves character. It carves the type of person that you've been through something.
Strength?
Yeah, it like strengthens you. It builds up your shell. Because if that never happened to you before, you don't know how strong or how much you can take as a person and keep going. You don't know what it feels like to be hit and keep hitting and
Right.
then have to rub it off and keep going and keep having a smile on your face.
You know what? You're probably the first uh, person I've ever talked to that said they love being bullied.
Yeah, and it blows my mind because I think back to it because I see it. I don't even see it as
But
bullying.
I can see it though. I can see why you loved it. I'm not gonna say you loved it, but you loved the experience of it. You
Yeah,
love the experience and how God was molding you to be a stronger person. I like that.
yeah,
That was good. That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
definitely.
So, what advice? What advice would you give to a young man right now who's watching this live, not live, who's watching this interview and is struggling with suicidal thoughts? Because I'm pretty sure you've thought about suicide. Have you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure. Multiple.
Right. So, have you tried it?
No, never. I never got to that point.
But you did think about it.
Yeah, multiple times.
What would you say to a young man who is struggling with suicide and dealing with being bullied, but not loving it, and
Yeah.
who lives in an environment where he's kind of like, what's going on here, man? Like for real, what's going on? What would you say to a young man like that?
I would say, as within, so without. How you feel on the inside is how you're going to express yourself in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what house you're in. It doesn't matter what car you're in. It doesn't matter what city you're in, what state you're in, what location in the world you're in. If you're sad in here, you're going to be sad in a Bugatti. If you're sad in a Honda, you're going to be sad in a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
If you're sad in Minnesota, you're going to be sad in Bora Bora.
yeah,
You have to fix what's in here. You have to fix what's in here before you can heal. Everything starts within here. If someone tells you a joke, you don't have to laugh.
mm,
You don't have to laugh at the joke. You have to understand that you have to control yourself.
mm.
Depression starts in here. Any doctor, any herbalist, any biologist, any person that's has a profession in a doctorate degree, psychology, anything can tell you that your problem starts with you. It doesn't start with no one else. It starts up here.
Yeah,
So get out your body. I would say if there's anybody going through depression, depression is a mental thing. Get out your body. Some things that helped me was getting in the sun at least 30 to an hour a day.
mm.
Watch what you're listening to, because the type of music that you're listening to affects how you feel. It's called cymatics. It's a science of cymatics.
It's called who?
It's a
Cymatic.
cymatic.
Okay.
Cymatics. It's a science of depending on what kind of beat you hear, like a trap music or trap sound. It makes you it affects basically how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Get out your mind and get inside your body. Do something a physical. Something that helped me was playing soccer, because when I'm playing soccer, when I'm doing something physical, playing basketball, football, I'm not worried about, oh, I'm sad right now. I'm worried about not getting hit if I got a football in my hand. I need to juke this man out my way. I need to kick the ball in. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not in my mind. I'm not thinking. I'm in my body. They say the enemy attacks when you're alone.
Mm.
When you're in your room, when you have your headphones on, when you have your hood on, because it's a battle between you and you. It's your thoughts. So if anybody's suffering from depression, I would say understand that no one can change you but you. No one can help you but you. Not no pill. The pill is not going to do nothing. The food's not going to do nothing. At the end of the day, you decide. It's like if someone was in a coma,
Yep.
the doctor can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
They have to decide to wake up.
Yeah.
They have to decide to put the work in. So put the work in. Get out your head. It's literally just thoughts.
Yeah.
Anytime you have them, get up, go for a walk, go play basketball, go play football. Don't think. You're thinking too much, overthinking. That's what I've learned, and it helped me a lot every time. You should be getting 30 to an hour fresh air a day anyway, especially if you're going through something.
Yeah.
Watch what you're listening to. Stop listening to sad music.
Yeah.
Listen to something that gets you excited.
Right. Okay, brother. So as we close, what do you know for sure? What do you know for sure about life?
I know for sure that no matter what you go through, life keeps going.
Mm. God is to you. What is God to you?
God is a reflection of who I am.
Mm.
Every
Love.
creator has a creation. Everything created has a creator. And I'm created. Someone had to create me. Therefore, I'm a reflection of my creator.
Wow. Love is.
Everything.
Yeah. Pain is for.
Growth.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Well, brother, I'm all out. I'm all out of questions. All out of questions. But listen, I do thank you. I thank you again for saying yes. It is difficult. It is difficult. Me and my producers, we try our best to book people, but it is so difficult. And the fact that you took your time out of your day or night, really, because it's 10 o'clock. It's 10:42 here, so it's probably 9:42 there, huh?
Yeah.
So, and the fact that you took time out of your night just to talk a little old me says a lot, God. You know what I'm saying, brother? So, God bless you. I wish you the best. And I can't wait to see what God will do in your life.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
man. You got it, man. You definitely got it.
Appreciate it.
You definitely got it.